Sometimes the sheer complexity of competition in the Marble League can leave one spinning. But in this case, the funnel endurance, that's kind of the point. The goal is to stay in the funnels the longest. The marble that can could bring home a gold medal. As we work our way still in the early part of the Marble League, I'm Greg Woods. Thank you so much for joining us. You see the team standings right now, and it's knotted close. 37 up top between Momo and Gliding Glaciers. It just keeps going down like that. A point or two here or there is going to make all the difference by the time we reach the final event and crown an overall champion. But individual runs, those are up for grabs in the meantime, as we see the Crazy Cat's Eyes attendance demonstrate this new course, very similar to ones that we have had in the past. And we talk about the past in funnel endurance and funnel racing, if you will. This event has been in so many iterations of the Marble League, whether it's the friendly rounds or the qualifiers or the showdowns, on and on and on. As a result, you have many marble teams that have a great number of runs under their belt. They have so much experience in this event, it can make a huge difference for their strategy and execution. As we see, no, we're not passing near a black hole and things are getting a little crazy from a different perspective. These black hole funnels are the end part of the course, and this is sped up footage. As we see our final finisher, and just 3 of them down in there. Apparently one of them got stuck. The blue attendant must be, hiding under one of those black holes. Reached the singularity, perhaps, and we'll go no further. Well, I digress. We get ready for Group A in this competition. Always interesting to see these early movements and who can position themselves well at the start of this event. We drop on through, and Frost from the Gliding Glaciers is holding on fairly well up there. Savage Speeders are dropping through quickly with Wizzy. That's a team that has done very well in these events over time. A 3-marble race up top. That changes now, and it's Rojo Dos from the Rojo Rollers, standing strong and now loses that top spot. Remember, staying in the longest. We have 3 that have dropped down into those intermediate blue funnels, new additions for this course in the Marble League. And it looks like Minty Drizzle from Minty Maniacs has taken the lead. Minty Maniacs, they have placed in this event on the podium several times over the years. It has swung back, however. Now we've got 4, 5 marbles in the first blue funnel. We already have somebody dropping through down at the bottom. Is that Frost from the Gliding Glaciers? The lead has completely evaporated. Rojo Dos fights back to take the top spot in the first of the blues, now comes down into the second. We already have somebody, that is Frost, I believe, in that second of 3 green funnels. Minty Maniacs fighting now. They're in second place as they drop on through and take that very oblong pathway, and they get a collision partially hidden by the blue funnel that definitely changes their momentum. You really see shoulders and elbows out in an event like this, and sometimes that can make some friendships a bit frayed. Yelly from Mellow Yellow has fallen into the dubious spot of last place, threatening to drop on through and finish first. That may not happen, though, with much contact. Down in the bottom, no, it will. Yelly comes through, 139.14. Clock continues to tick. Slow to a crawl are the top 3, and the top 1 going to the Savage Speeders. They now are in the catbird seat to potentially win this event. At least win this group, however. Oh, Frost ended up finishing 6th. Bingo from the Indigo Stars limelight. It's a 2-marble race. Savage Speeders lose it in 3rd. Momo had a chance for a second, but it does swing back to Rojo Dos of the Rojo Rollers here in heat number 1. 2:03.22 for Rojo Dos in Group A. As now we prepare for Group B. They've seen the times to beat. And we now have a couple of captains in this lineup as well. Shiny from the Shining Swarm is one of them, and Kinnoan from the O'Rangers is another. The O'Rangers, that's another team that they have placed in pretty much every podium spot that you could in the funnel endurance over the years. And several marbles dropping through extremely quickly. Shock from the Thunderbolts is now threatening to fall on through, and does. Last place. Up top, it is the O'Rangers. The captain doing what must be done to bring this one home. Foggy from the Hazers was side by side and then leapt down through 2 funnels almost instantly. Resi from the Raspberry Racers now circling that opening along with the O-Rangers, who now drop on through. They have lost the lead. Resi doing a superb job in the final orange funnel. Trying to be the only one in the blue. Won't do it, but has the O-Rangers circling through at a perilous rate. And they fall on down to the second of the blue funnels. 4 or more into the black hole funnels of the green. Oh, and coming through, I believe that's Shiny from the Shining Swarm. Not where they wanted to be. The Rangers taking that very wide line, trying to hold on to second place and hoping maybe for some collisions after Resi comes down another funnel. 6. Circle in the middle of the greens. Half a dozen now. Dropping on through. Was that Mocha from the Chocolatiers, I believe? Resi holds the top spot. Everybody fitting within this frame. 3, 4 marbles down in that bottom one. Who's going to fall through first? Trying desperately to avoid being dead last. And that one will go to the Hazers. Ducky from the Green Duck Shiny comes through next in 6th. Resi still holding on to that top spot. The O-Rangers trying to keep it wide if they can, but they get suckered to the middle and nearly fall on through. They do now. And it's a 2-marble race between the Thunderbolts as they take second place. And now we have to watch the time. 2:03:22 was the first time in Group A. And look at the masterful job. This is otherworldly from Resi. The Raspberry Racers are playing for time right now because they know they've won the group. And this isn't going to be close. New course, so of course difficult to compare to times in previous years. But this performance, not putting a single foot wrong. 2:35.68. That is unreal. 36 seconds is the gap between first and second. So the bottom 8 are eliminated. Bingo down to Yelly. And the top 8 will move on to the final. Here's the Savage Speeders moment when things were looking so promising for them farther up the course. A team that had won this event in 2019. Finals are now coming up. They give a slight break in between so that everybody can catch their breath, because this is definitely an endurance race. It lives up to the name for sure. Especially when you see that 2:35.68. Is anybody going to get near that this time? As we drop on through and chase the gold. O-Rangers, Raspberry Racers, Chocolatiers all up top. It's the O-Rangers and the Raspberry Racers once again in the top of the field. Speed's really picking up through those orange funnels once they start to get down to the point of no return and dropping on through. Already now 2 takers into the blue funnels. And is that Resi? Resi is plummeted on through. If so, that is a huge fall from grace. The O-Rangers are also now in effective 3rd place. The Thunderbolts have taken the lead. That is surprising given the results that we've seen, but perhaps Resi just exerted a bit too much, possibly too much showboating there at the end. Trying to go for a record that really is not going to mean that much if gold, or for that matter silver or bronze, escapes them. Chocolatiers holding that top spot. Very widest possible angle in the last of the blue funnels. Raspberry Racers falling down into the middle of the greens. They'll also be joined by the O-Rangers amongst others down there. I don't know if we are going to see anything like we saw in the second run of the 2 heats. We're already down to a minute and a half passed on the clock, and nearly everybody is in the second to last funnel. Chocolatiers finally join them in that middle of the 3. And now the Thunderbolts, who had taken the lead, they are threatening to drop on through first, along with Team Momo. Raspberry Racers are going to join them. The Rangers, Momo, shoulder to shoulder with quite a few down there. Chocolatiers are up top along with the Rojo Rollers. Those two may be fighting for the win. Oh, and look at the chaos down here. It's a traffic jam in the final funnel. Chocolatiers look set well on a wide arc. If they can avoid collisions, then they don't. Can they keep it going? Thunderbolts fall on through. Raspberry Racers are still holding it wide along with the Chocolatiers. This is going to be for gold and silver. Who will blink first? The Chocolatiers win gold. Rezi did the blinking. It is a great recovery. What was looking so strong at the top of the course fell apart in the middle. But a fantastic final flight of funnels gives Rezi a decent finish.
Congratulations.
That is the Chocolatiers' first gold medal since 2017 in the long jump. And I know it's in their name, but isn't victory sweet? Rezi and Rojo Dos fill out the podium. Rojo Dos, that's Rojo Roller's first medal since 2016 high jump. Going back in the record books here. And teams are happy to do it. Beneath this beautiful cauldron, Mocha from the Chocolatiers wins over Rezi and Rojo Dos from Raspberry Racers and Rojo Rollers. Shock from the Thunderbolts just missed out on the podium. What does this do to the standings as they cycle their way up through? The Raspberry Racers have jumped 2 up to first and now have a lead over Momo and the Gliding Glaciers. Thunderbolts in 4th. Chocolatiers jump 7 to 5th. By the way, our Patreon Tally McPike wants to say happy birthday to EJ. Congratulations for your 9th birthday. We hope to see you back here for our next event, the 5-meter relay. Thanks for watching, everyone.